I'm New York State Senator Jim Tedisco. I'm here with Assemblyman Matt Simpson and many of our colleagues from the New York State Assembly. I think the best way to describe what has taken place over the last 2 years here in New York and probably across this nation and globally is turmoil, time of turmoil. We've had one large enemy. We have a lot of turmoil around the Capitol every single day, and we've seen that today also. But the real enemy for all of us has been this pandemic and this COVID virus. It's affected families, it's affected individuals, it's affected every part of our life, not only physically, taken a lot of lives, created a lot of fear in individuals, caused us to be isolated in many ways, shut down our government, shut down jobs, shut down our businesses, but we have fought back. And a part of the worst part of this, besides a loss of life from many of our most vulnerable population, is the psychological, emotional, and mental aspects of a lack of social interaction. And we're at a point right now, I think, where many of us are not wearing the masks, we're not distancing ourselves, because we've had a couple things that have happened that have mitigated the volatile impact of this virus. One is the vaccination, and we know you can still spread this disease, even though that's possibly mitigating it to a certain extent, but we know people aren't going to the hospital now, and it's not causing as much physical damage as initially, and we've got some medications that are also working. So those tandem developments that have been put together, I think, have reduced the fear in people. And we've had a pretty tough winter, a lot of rain, cold, snow. The fear was still there with this Omicron, but we know that hasn't been as volatile as some of the other variants. That's diminished a bit. There's a little bit of a kick up now. But I think what you're going to see as the good weather comes, as we head into the summer months, you're going to see a roaring 2022. People are going to want to bring their families, their children. They're going to want to go picnicking. They're going to want to go hiking. They're going to want to go camping. They're going to want to visit everything this great state has to offer that for a long period of time over these last 2 years went for naught, because we have been isolating ourselves and quarantining ourselves. But there's one other enemy that may stop that, and that is the worst inflation in 40 years, because they're probably going to have to get in their vehicle and pay $4.25 maybe just for the gas right now. Forget about the tax. And 16 cents we all supported because that was all that was there for us, but it kind of was cold comfort when a gallon of just the gas itself was $4.25, and we don't know if it's going to kick up. But what we'd like to do is to give them the opportunity to recreate. And myself and Assemblyman Simpson and our colleagues here would like to give them that opportunity by giving them a break at everything recreational-wise that this great state of New York has to offer. So that's why we've put forth the I Love New York Park Summer Discount. And it's pretty simple. Give them the opportunity, if everything they've been purchasing right now, the gasoline, the groceries, whatever you can think of, the clothing, the stuff that the kids need to go back to school, the books, the pencils, give them a break to have a summer where they can go out and at least know. I'll give you some examples here. If they want to visit Saratoga State Park, a vehicle entrance is $10. Under our law, they'd only have to pay $5 now. Campsites at Verona Beach State Park cost as much as $30 per night. This legislation halves that, $15. At Jones Beach on Long Island, stargazing costs $35, diving permits are $80, and locker rentals are $5. Under this proposal, one could have an entire day of fun for $60 under this bill. It costs $10 to park at Niagara Falls State Park. This would reduce it to $5. To play 18 holes of golf on a weekend at Bellpage State Park Golf Course, Farmingdale. The cost is $43. These are state facilities. This bill will cut it to $21.50. We got billions of dollars from the federal government. I think you all know we were in a deficit situation before this pandemic. We were in a shutdown where sales tax were not being paid. People were paying income taxes because they weren't working for over a year or so. We paid for the shutdown, we paid for the deficit, and we gave billions of dollars in surplus money. If we could spend $600 million for a football field, and we love the Bills, no question about it, we can certainly give them, our constituents, a summer break to fight the doldrums of the winter we just came out of, and the doldrums of this coronavirus, which they're feeling more comfortable with, to come out and enjoy in a recreational way. It's best for their psychological well-being, for their mental well-being, which is an impact of this whole thing, and it would be great for their kids and our families in New York State. So we think it's a great proposal. It's just for this year right now, for 2022 and this summer, but we would ask our colleagues on both sides of the aisle to, we got a pretty tough state as it is holistically in taxes. How about giving our families a summer break discount so they can enjoy the recreational activities of New York State? And that's what we're calling for right now. I'd like to introduce to you now Assemblyman Simpson to say a few words. Come on up, Assemblyman.
Thank you, Senator, and thank you to all my colleagues for being here to join us in this announcement. You know, when I was a child, my parents used to take my brother and I to state parks, the state facilities, and I can tell you we made memories, things that really have lasted a lifetime. And I did the same for my kids. We've gone to Wellesley Island, beautiful, beautiful facility over in the Thousand Islands area. We have Moreau State Park just south of my district, 114th. And then we have my district, which encompasses the Adirondack Park. This is a wonderful opportunity to give back to all New Yorkers an opportunity to experience all the opportunities in our state parks, learn about their environment, learn about conservation, and learn about what their hard-earned tax dollars are going for. So I'm excited about sponsoring this legislation, and it's time that we give New Yorkers a break, and this is just one gesture that we can do this year after a 2-year pandemic that just seems to continue to wane on us. So I want to thank Senator Tedisco again, and thank my colleagues for being here, and thank all of you for being here to share in this moment. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator.